everybody, buenos dias. How are you feeling on this beautiful morning? It's day 158 of the year. Hopefully you woke up after a good night of sleep and you're enjoying some quiet yin time on this beautiful morning. It's a cloudy but mostly sunny day here in Cape Town in South Africa. So hopefully it's a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. As I said, on day 158 of the year, according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Dao, our word for today is dying. So that's an interesting way to start our day on this beautiful day, but it is part of the cycle of life. So grab your books, grab your journal and something to write with. Find a nice, quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so while we read together. Be here and now and present, remembering that taking a few moments to check in with yourself and focusing on your breath is a great way to do that, and that's available to you at any time throughout the day, especially in the morning as we're starting our day with intention. Open up your book to page 158 and let's start reading together on the subject of dying. Leaden blankets weigh her down, white hanks drape her leathery face. Caught in the numbness of narrowing time, eyes blinded by gauze, robotic sighs echo into her coma. Metallic hiss of breathing machine is the strange violence of modern compassion. What do we do when those we care deeply about are dying while we go on living and working? We might be tempted to indulge in our own feelings of injustice, sadness, or fear, but we should think first of those who are dying. We have a responsibility to be with them. Don't let others die lonely. No matter how ironic your living may compare with their dying, act for them as they can no longer act. If they reach out in some way to cope with their impending end, you need not have flowery words. Merely being with them, perhaps reaching out to hold hands, is eloquence enough. Death may be near, but any amount of time before it comes is precious. Life's moments are not cheapened by death. Just to observe and affirm is good. After all, death waits for all of us. Only the value we place on each minute determines the quality of life. If we can embrace that, then no one's life is ruined by death. I probably should have put a disclaimer on this morning's reading, just because it may be quite sensitive to some of you if you are dealing with this personally right now, if there's a loved one or a family member or someone close to you that is, terminally ill, or you're going through this in your life. Obviously it is part of the cycle of life. As it says here, death waits for all of us, but it is, obviously quite a challenging passage to read if this is something that you're personally dealing with. But there are some beautiful reminders here, and I think it's really, really beautiful to think here, don't let others die lonely. If you do have these last moments to spend with somebody, just being with that person is enough. As it says here, you don't have to have flowery words or, actually even do anything. But this also comes back to that concept of being, right? Being a human being, just being with this person when, their moment comes to pass. You don't have to do, you don't have to say, but just spending time and being with them, as it says here, is enough. So if this is something that's personally afflicting you right now, this passage will probably be very poignant for you. Take a few moments to reread it, and you might want to reflect on this in your journal practice. You might want to use it as a meditation, and even if this isn't directly affecting you right now, you're not dealing with the death of a loved one, it's something that we do need to remember. This is part of the cycle of life. Everything that we know that is currently alive is going to die, including ourselves, and we do need to make peace with that fact. So I invite you to reread this in your own time, pull out some of these sentences that are poignant to you and, journal about it, meditate on it. Yes, it's a difficult subject, but we also can't deny that this is part of life and this is happening. I think it was a few passages back a few days ago where it said we can't deny reality. We can't pretend that things that are happening aren't happening just because they're uncomfortable or they're sad. And this is a great example of that. So as I said, I invite you to reread this in your own time, pull out some of the sentences that are meaning to you, And it's a heavy subject to think about, but it's a very, very important one that faces all of us. As it says here, death waits for all of us. And that's just an unfortunate part of life. So make the most of your life today. And if you do want to spend some extra time with somebody, go out and do it. You can just be with them. You don't have to do anything. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here for 158 days, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye.